Greetings of the day. Now we will have some introduction to the novel Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. The novel Jane Eyre was published in 1847, and this novel won Charlotte Bronte an instant favor with the public, and the author was placed in the front rank of living authors at the time. The novelist Charlotte Bronte tried to make her novel a realistic picture of society. We can find a realistic picture of the society of Victorian age in her novel. Jane Eyre was published by Charlotte Bronte in 1847. In 1847, the book was published in a three-volume edition. The book in its first edition bore this title, An Autobiography edited by Clare Bell. We know that Clare Bell is a masculine name that was acquired by Charlotte Bronte for publishing her book. The second edition bore a slightly altered title, which was Jane Eyre, An Autobiography by Clare Bell. In other words, even the second edition did not shed the male disguise which Charlotte Bronte had assumed. Besides, the second edition was dedicated by Charlotte Bronte in glowing terms to William Thackeray, the famous Victorian novelist. So we can say that this novel, Jane Eyre, was dedicated to William Thackeray, the famous novelist of Victorian age by Charlotte Bronte. In this novel, Bronte presents a powerful and fascinating study of elemental love and hate. So, here we will have a brief view of the outline of the story of the novel Jane Eyre in the following points. Jane Eyre. Jane Eyre is central character of the story, and she was an orphan girl living at Gateshead Hall. She was 10 years old in the beginning of the story and is living at Gateshead Hall as a dependent of the Reed family. Her uncle, Mr. John Reed, had died and had left Jane Eyre to the care of his wife, Mrs. Sarah Reed, who, however, proves to be a heartless woman and who treats Jane most severely and almost cruelly. In order to get rid of the girl, Mrs. Reed sends Jane to a charity school called Lowood School, where the girl begins to live as a charity student. Jane Eyre, an orphan girl living at Gateshead Hall. We have seen this thing in the beginning of the novel. Now we see that she started to live as a student and then as a teacher at Lowood School. Jane Eyre's experiences at Lowood School are almost as painful as were those at Gateshead Hall, though here she finds some compensation in the kindness of the school superintendent Miss Temple and in the comfort of her friendship with a girl called Helen Burns. Jane spends 6 years at this school as a student and later 2 years at the same school as a teacher. And after completing teaching of 2 years, she leaves Lowood School and becomes a governess to a ward Adelaide. And here she falls in love with Mr. Rochester, the owner of Thornfield Hall, where she is a governess. Now we find that Jane Eyre is in love with Mr. Rochester, the owner of Thornfield Hall. Feeling a desire for a change in the pattern and routine of her life, Jane Eyre manages to get an appointment as a governess to a French girl, Adele. Living in a country mansion called Thornfield Hall, Adele is the illegitimate daughter of a French opera dancer who had at one time been the mistress of Mr. Rochester, the owner of Thornfield Hall. Mr. Rochester had undertaken to bring up Adele as his ward, though the girl was in no way related to him, directly or indirectly. During her stay at Thornfield Hall, Jane Eyre, who is at this time nearing 20, falls in love with Mr. Rochester, who is nearing 40. Mr. Rochester does not stay at Thornfield Hall on a regular basis. There was a big difference or big gap of age between the age of Mr. Rochester and Jane Eyre. Rochester visits Thornfield Hall occasionally and then goes away, thus giving rise to a feeling of mystery in the minds of the servants at the house and later in the mind of Jane Eyre too. Mr. Rochester is by no means a handsome man, and Jane Eyre herself is by no means a beautiful girl. Jane falls in love with Mr. Rochester but keeps her love to herself. But in the meantime, Mr. Rochester too falls in love with Jane. This is an odd kind of love affair because there is a difference of 20 years between the age of the two persons involved in it. So, this is a fascinating love story. After some time, Mr. Rochester and Jane Eyre decided to get married, but the ceremony of marriage was interrupted and then given up because Jane Eyre finds that Mr. Rochester was already a married man. So Jane Eyre departs from that place and arrived at the residence of St. John Rivers. The family of St. John Rivers is related to Jane Eyre. Without telling Jane anything about his previous marriage, Mr. Rochester now offers to marry Jane and she, in love with him as she is, agrees to his proposal, though not without some vague misgivings. Just when the marriage ceremony is being performed at the local church, Bertha's brother, one Richard Mason, appears on the scene with a solicitor, Mr. Briggs of London, and interrupts the ceremony. The solicitor points out to the priest and the small gathering that Mr. Rochester is already a married man, with his wife living in the same house in which he himself lives. Jane is shocked by this disclosure and soon afterwards quits Thornfield Hall in spite of Mr. Rochester's entreaties and pleas not to forsake him. After that, we find Jane at the residence of St. John Rivers. Jane Eyre is now feeling more miserable than ever before. Cheated of her hopes, she roams about aimlessly. With no money at all in her pocket, tired and hungry, she looks for food to sustain herself, but nobody offers her either food or shelter or even sympathy till, physically exhausted and famished, she arrived at Moor House, which is the residence of St. John Rivers, a clergyman and a missionary, and his two sisters Dinah and Mary. Here she receives food, shelter, and sympathy too. She begins to live here at suggestion of St. John Rivers and his sisters, and later becomes a teacher at the school in the village of Morton, where St. John Rivers is the parish priest. And meanwhile, John Rivers proposes Jane Eyre to get married with him. St. John Rivers wants to marry Jane Eyre and take her to India with him as his wife to help him in his missionary work there. Jane Eyre, who is unable to forget Mrs. Rochester, politely but firmly declines the matrimonial proposal of St. John Rivers. And after that, there are two surprises for Jane Eyre. Then two surprising developments take place. Janet discovers, to her own surprise and to the surprise also of the Rivers family, that St. John, Dinah, and Mary are her cousins. This is one surprise that she finds that Rivers family is related to her directly. The second development is the news that Janet's uncle has died. in the West Indies and has left his entire wealth amounting to 20,000 pounds to Jane Eyre. Jane Eyre divides the whole amount of 20,000 pounds into four equal parts, giving each of her three cousins of the Rivers family an amount of 5,000 pounds and keeping an equal amount and no more for herself. And in the end of the novel, we find that Jane's passionate love for Mr. Rochester is fulfilled. Then, an even more surprising development takes place. Jane Eyre finds that Thornfield Hall has been burnt down by a fire, and that Mr. Rochester, who had been blinded while trying vainly to rescue his mad wife from being burnt alive, is now living alone as a blind man and almost as a cripple at a small cottage in the village of Fundane. Jane travels to that place, meets Mr. Rochester, and gets married to him because her love for him has in no way been diminished by his helpless condition. As his wife, Jane experiences the bliss which had always eluded her before. After a time, Mr. Rochester largely recovers his eyesight, and the couple then embark upon a blissful conjugal life. Thus does the passionate love of Jane Eyre for a man 20 years older than herself achieves its fulfillment. Now we have a discussion on characters and locations in the novel. There are some major characters in the novel: Jane Eyre, Edward Fairfax Rochester, Mrs. Sarah Reed, John Reed, Mr. Brocklehurst, Adele, Mrs. Bertha Rochester. These are some major characters from the novel. There are many characters in the novel, but here we will see some major characters. Now, locations in the novel. Sorry. First, we will have some discussion on the characters. Jane Eyre. Jane Eyre is the narrator of the story of the novel and the novel's heroine. She is the central character of the novel. We know this thing very well. She is, of course, the main subject of the story and she occupies a central position in it. Our attention remains focused on her all the time. There are various stages in the narration of her story, and at each stage, she has to go through many trying experiences. She is more or less a tragic figure in the novel from the beginning almost till the end. When at last she is rewarded with the fulfillment of her most cherished desire and begins to feel blissfully happy. Then Edward Fairfax Rochester. Edward Fairfax is also most important is the most important male character in the story and in the point of interest. He shares the honor with Jane Eyre, a married man with a married wife whom he is maintaining in a room in the top story of his country mansion. He falls in love with Jane Eyre, who is just 20 years old at the time, while he is nearing 40. Jane Eyre herself secretly fallen in love with him, even though he is much older than she, and even though he is by no means a handsome man. His desires to marry Jane Eyre is thwarted by the disclosure of the fact that he is already a married man with a wife who is alive and whom he is keeping confined in his house. Mrs. Sarah Reed. Mrs. Sarah Reed is Jane Eyre's aunt who had been entrusted by her late husband with the care of Jane Eyre, who was at that time only 10 years old. Mrs. Reed has been treating Jane Eyre not only with contempt but sternly and almost cruelly. She is a most odious woman whom we begin to dislike strongly as soon as we have met her and found her treating Jane Eyre in a manner bordering on brutality. John Reed. John Reed, he is the eldest child of Mrs. Reed. He is 14 years old when Jane Eyre is 10. He is a proud, haughty lad who regards Jane Eyre as a creature beneath his contempt. He is an odious son of an odious mother. Mr. Brocklehurst is a clergyman and also the chief trustee of Lowood School. He is a big hypocrite who preaches austerity and piety while his own wife and daughters lead a kind of life which is directly opposed to the way of living which he preaches and recommends to everybody else. Adele. Adele is the little girl to look after and educate whom Jane Eyre is appointed a governess at Thornfield Hall in response to her advertisement in a newspaper. Adele is the illegitimate daughter of Celine Barnes, who had been a mistress of Mr. Rochester but who had proved unfaithful to him. Then Mrs. Bertha Rochester. Bertha Rochester is the mad wife of Mr. Rochester, who had been lured into marrying her when he was living in Madeira. Mr. Rochester had been totally unaware of Bertha's antecedents, and it was only after getting married to her that he had discovered the streak of insanity which had been running in the family from which she had sprung. Now we will see some locations in the novel that are Gateshead Hall, Lowood School, Thornfield Hall, Moor House. That are the places where Jane Eyre lived. Gateshead Hall. Gateshead Hall is the name of the residence of the Reed family. It is here that Jane Eyre spends the early years of her life as a dependent of the Reed family, and it is here that she goes through some of her most painful experiences. Lowood School. Lowood School is a charity school with about 60 to 70 girls, some of them orphans and the others too poor to be brought up by their own parents. Lowood School has Miss Temple as its superintendent and Mr. Brocklehurst as its director. The food provided to the girls at this boarding school is meager and far from nutritious. It is on account of malnutrition that a number of girls catch typhus when it breaks out in an epidemic form in the region, and that quite a few of these girls die of the disease. If Jane had been miserable at Gateshead Hall, sorry, her fate is not much better at Lord School, though here she does receive some kindness from Miss Temple and finds some comfort in the company of a student by the name of Helen Burns. Jane also enjoys the natural scenery around Lord School. Now Thornfield Hall. Thornfield Hall is the name of residence of Mr. Rochester. Actually, this house has belonged to Mr. Rochester's elder brother, and Mr. Rochester had come into the possession of this house as a consequence of the premature death of that elder brother. Most of the important events of the story of this novel occur at Thornfield Hall. For instance, it is here that Jane Eyre falls in love with Mr. Rochester, who too falls in love with her. There is a difference of 20 years between their ages. Moor House. Moor House is the name of residence of Rivers family, which includes St. John Rivers and his two sisters, Diana and Mary. Moor House is situated very near the village of Morton, and then we have one more location in the novel, that is Fundane. Fundane is the name of a country cottage to which Mr. Rochester withdraws after Thornfield Hall has been burnt down by a fire started by the lunatic woman Bertha. To this house, Jane goes after learning that Mr. Rochester is living there, now a blind man and almost a cripple. She gets married to Mr. Rochester even though he is now a helpless blind man, and here she at last achieves that happiness to which she had been aspiring.